What's going on, everybody? This is ODC, that's me, and I'm back with another action figure review. This is my review of the SDCC 2014 Marvel Legends Thanos Imperative box set. This is an exclusive set to San Diego Comic-Con. And this is my review of Black Bolt. And you know what? I can't talk. Most of the people that I've seen do reviews, I feel like they really just don't appreciate this figure. But I'm actually here to say that this is a good figure. And I mean, especially if you compare it to his predecessor, the first release of him, oh my God, that figure was putrid. I refused to even buy that figure, and it was people jacked up the prices on that figure, and I was like, you know what, they're eventually going to have to make a new Black Bolt. I mean, he's a pretty important character, at least to me. He's the leader of the Inhumans, and he's a pretty cool character on his own. His powers, his abilities, the fact that he can't even talk to people without having to, telepathically speak to them. But yeah, I mean, I do enjoy the character, and I'm glad that he's now on the Bucky Cat body mold. A lot of people just, I understand that, Hasbro does use this body mold a lot, but this is like one of my favorite body molds ever on an action figure that I've ever owned, because it's so, this body mold is so fluent, everything is crisp on it. I've never had a loose joint on any of the Bucky Cat body molds that I've had. They always come well done, and I always enjoy whenever a figure is based off of this body mold. So I don't really care that much. It doesn't bother me too much that they kind of kit bashed here a little bit, but I understand, I shouldn't say I understand. I just want to say that I can appreciate that we just got another Black Bolt, and I understand why they threw him in an exclusive box set. So with that being said, the other big problem that people don't like are these, I guess if you want to call them fins, over here. Basically, what helps him fly, or whatever you want to do, he uses vibrations. Not similar to Banshee. He's not. I wouldn't say he's like Banshee, but they're kind of like his gliders, or whatever you want to call it. I don't have the technical term, so if you want to correct me, go ahead. But the other part of that is that and I understand that there's some problems, been some issues that I've seen with some other reviewers, that they were like, wow, you couldn't even bother to get the paint right, and I totally agree with that. I mean, this is it's not too bad, but I've noticed a lot with exclusives lately that they shouldn't really call them exclusive if you're not going to at least get the paint issues right. Just make sure the figures are painted before you put them in the package, please. Especially with this being a very simplistic figure to do. He's basically just all black with a little bit of silver going throughout his body. This is not a hard figure to even do. I mean, they decided to get his tuning fork right, but you couldn't get his wings here, or whatever you want to call them. His I don't know. I'll just call him that. But you couldn't get that right. Let's get serious here, guys. The other issue is that his wings kind of sit out like this. It does look really awkward. I guess if you pick up two of these guys, you could probably hack off one, and if you want to do a regular setup stand, or like a vanilla pose, you can, as it's called, you can actually pose him at certain angles without them showing, like so. See, you wouldn't even know that they're sticking out. But then if I turn to the side a little bit, then you could start seeing them. But it's all about, your posing and how you pose figures and stuff like that. But I suppose if you did buy two, you could hack these off, and maybe if you want to customize some cloth ones, you could do that as well. But I do agree they should have came with a softer plastic, kind of like how Spider-Woman came with the softer plastic on her wings. I'll just call them wings. I know they're not called wings, but that's what I'm going to call them. But I overall, I think they nailed the look. The face sculpt looks good. Let me just pop this off and take a closer look at that. I think the face sculpt looks pretty good. You know, maybe an alternate head would have been nice, but you know, it's an exclusive. I get it. Whatever. Overall, I'm pretty happy to have this Black Bolt figure because I didn't have one before, and I refused to buy that other monstrosity. So I think the tuning fork could use a little bit of tuning, I guess. It's a little crooked to that side, but not too bad. Overall, I think they got the face sculpt pretty well done. So yeah, I mean, now you have your leader of your Inhumans, or you know, if you want to do an Illuminati setup, you know, he's a member of the Illuminati, so that's an important piece. He is an important piece to have in my book. Yeah, so overall, I mean, he's pretty self-explanatory. I'm not going to go on too long about this guy because there's not really that much to say. Like I said, you can pose him in any type of flying pose you want with his wings, whether you want to do like I kind of do like a halfway one. That looks a little bit better. You can kind of stand him like this, I feel like, and get away with it. Not have him look too funky, you know? Maybe like a little bit more like that. So you can still see the fins, but they're not too ridiculous looking. But yeah, I mean, he's pretty much got, he doesn't have any paint shading. He's just pretty much black with silver. Like I said, he's just got silver outlining. I don't really see any paint issues besides on his fins here. And it's only on the one side right here. Oh, just heard thunder. But I don't see any other paint issues going throughout him. His legs are pretty much just black. And that's pretty much it on him. So as far as his articulation goes, his head does move side to side. It does look up nicely, so you can get him in a nice flying pose, and down nicely as well. Let me check if we've got some jive turkeys up in here. Nope, no jive turkeys. His head doesn't really want to do the tilt, so it doesn't really do that. His arms go up about that far. They go down. They can do a full 360. He's got a bicep swivel, double jointed elbows. He's got a wrist swivel, a wrist hinge, which goes out and in. He also has an ab crunch, which goes back and forward. Waist swivel, T-jointed hips, which go out, forward, and back. Upper thigh swivel, double jointed knees, boot swivel, and ankle hinge and ankle pivot. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for Black Bolt here. I do like this figure. I would definitely recommend him. Actually, I've noticed that he is kind of like the black sheep of this exclusive pack, which I don't really get. I think he's a good figure, but I've seen him going for cheaper prices than the other figures, including Medusa is around like the $60 range, which is just absurd, but he's been sticking around the $30 range. So if you wanted to pick him up, you could probably pick him up for a decent price. I actually have another one coming. I kind of went ahead and purchased one, and I found one for $30 free shipping, so I picked it. It was actually $31, excuse me. So I actually have two of these guys, and I actually wasn't actually expecting to buy this pack. I didn't think my friend was going to be able to get it, but he did. And so I do have another Black Bolt coming. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but yeah. So definitely 2 thumbs up. I do like this figure. Yeah. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching as always, and good luck hunting for these guys. I feel sorry for the people that really want to get this pack and can't. It's unfortunate, and I feel for you guys. But yeah, happy hunting. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you guys on the flip side.